I don't think outsiders would necessarily know that people are losing their jobs to software. But as an employee of the bank, it was everywhere, so everyone was aware of it.
Tori Shorman worked in the mortgage department at a major Canadian bank. She sat by and watched as her colleagues were shown the door.
I witnessed about 40% of my department get laid off, and the reason they were given was automation. When the layoffs started, the first round was without warning, and it was about 20% of our department. The department itself was about 130 people. We learned that, further automation was going to occur, and that this just wasn't the first time. So people started worrying a lot, thinking, I'm next on the chopping block.
I think in the future we're going to see most people aren't going to stop their education once they get out of high school, college, or university. They're going to have to become lifelong learners.
And that's what Tori Shorman is doing. At 32, she walked away from her job before it wasn't her call.
I described the day that I gave in my 2 weeks notice as just shell shock. All my friends were so excited for me, saying you're living the dream, you're doing what you want, but it was terrifying, to be honest, to give that up and to go without a paycheck for 2 or 3 months. But now that I'm in it and doing that, I'm way more confident that I've made the right choice. Shouldn't this be the key?
Her choice was to take a chance on something called Lighthouse Labs in Toronto. They offer a 3-month intensive course to essentially master coding. It meant radically changing her career, like many Canadians are doing now. The concern is how complex some of these skills are and whether everyone can keep up.
Why coding? Why is it something you think you need to be learning right now?
I think it's a fairly almost essential skill nowadays. Everything has to do with IT, and for getting jobs, having coding background is really important.
So is not learning an option, do you think?
Well, if you want to be left behind, sure.
And not wanting to be left behind is why Tori walked away from the world of finance and put her future on a new path.